Hiya, sorry everyone, I'm so late. Hiya, and welcome to a later Tuesday live show today. So if you're watching this on playback, this is part 2 of the Jasmine Becket. For those of you that are here, you can probably tell this is part 2 of Pan Pastel. Hi Robin, hi Amberly. Hiya. Hiya Sky, hiya Mary Lowe, Melissa. Let's turn that bigger so I can see you all. There we go, nice and big. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, X. Is it XIX? Hi, Louise. I am later today because I was out. I was out. Hiya, Pickle. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I was out having lunch today. Hi, Lou. Oh, I was out. Hiya, Pickle. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I was out having lunch today. Hi, Lou. I was out having lunch with Mum, and then we quickly popped to Tesco on the way home, which is a supermarket over here. And then I'm going to turn your brightness up a little bit. And then we were stuck in a bit of school traffic and work traffic. You know how rush hour traffic goes. So now I'm late. I'm here. Hi, Joey. Yeah, at least you got one. That's more than what I've been getting recently. Hi, Vicky. So if you're watching this on playback, this is live. There is a live chat. If you want to open up the chat, I'll leave it on there for you. So I am talking to everyone. Oh, 1 minute. My chat's gone. Yeah, exactly. I say that to everyone. Everyone's got a life, and I usually don't get anywhere. So because it's been the parents' birthdays these past few weeks, you know, we've been doing belated birthday meals and stuff. Hi, Diana. So I will use the first 5 minutes of this to say hello to everybody. Hiya, Bunny. And then we'll do the giveaway winner, which I've given everyone in the last stream that entered. I've given them a number, and we're going to do a random, or you know, the number generator. We'll do that. So it was for, if you missed out, you've still got like a couple of minutes. So to get on the last stream and just put yes, please, or I'd like to be entered. It was for the Halloween colouring book, the new one by Molly Harrison. It was for this one here. Hi, Kelsey. Perfect timing. Oh my goodness, Pickle, have you? All right, 1 second. So we got another one on the horizon. Let me go, hold on. So we have got Miss Pickle. So Pickle, you've got a channel, is that right? What is it? 1 second, let me go to yours. So it's Colouring with Pickle, Colouring by Pickle. So Colouring by Pickle. Hold on, sweets, I'm on my way. So you've just uploaded your first one, is that right? So if I go to my last stream, hold on, and I can click on your name. Give me a second. I'll get there. Hi, Mona. Hi, Kelsey. Hi, everyone. So let me find you, Pickle. Let me find you. Where are you? You're around somewhere. There you are. I found you. Subscribe. Oh, you got your Dream Reese flip through. Fabulous. Just subscribe. Hiya, G Girl. Hi, Laura. Hi, everyone. Yeah, and Amber Lee as well. Our lovely Amber Lee is on YouTube. So there's another one to look out for. So Amber Lee has just started her YouTube channel as well. Hi, Becky. So I'm just having a cup of tea and saying hello to everyone. Hi, Elaine. And then we're going to carry on with our, because I want to finish her today, carry on with our pan pastel picture. We've also got some exciting stuff coming up from a gift from Lovely Melody that I'm going to have a stream on reveal soon, but I've got to learn them before I come streaming with them. So that will be exciting as well. So we've got quite a few things that we've got on the horizon. And then don't forget that we also got our November off-screen colour along going on with Serene. Hi, Phoenix. That's okay, Amberly. That's what we're all here for. We've got to help each other out. So yeah, this is what we started on our lovely cozy colouring night, which was on Saturday. Hiya, Tammy. And this is what we'll be getting back to shortly. So I'm going to give it another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to do the giveaway. Pick the winner, and it will be by random.org. So there is no, you know, picking of names. It's going to be just a random generator. Hi, Starbucks. Okay, Sky, you got yourself in there quickly. So let me give you a number, Sky. I can't remember where I was up to. I was giving everyone numbers before I came on. Okay, so I think, one moment, Sky, you're going to be number 44. Okay. Sky. Let me give you your number, 44. Okay. Hi, precious so-and-so. I'm probably not going to be doing that, Sky. At the moment, it's on hold. If I continue it, it will be next year, but I don't think it will be next month. So we got someone else coming in. So I was on number 44. And then I'm going to say 1 more minute, and then I'm going to press stop on this. So number 45. Okay, so Vicky Lowe, you're number 45. So you got 1 more minute, guys, to get yours in. Amberly, Sky, I think I was going to do it. I think I'm going to. You've got a number underneath your comments, Flory. But if I do one, I'll let everybody know. But for the moment, the November one, anyone else is welcome to take over if they want to and host it. Then I'd be absolutely fine with that. But for me, for the moment, I'm not going to. But I'm going to wait till beginning of next year when it all calms down. Hi, SMB. But everyone that entered on the last stream of this part 1 on Cozy Colouring Night has been given a number in the comments. So I'm going to give, as I said, 1 minute, and then I'm going to, that's okay, Tammy, and then I'm going to draw it. So we've got 1 to 50, no, 1 to 46. Is that right? 45, sorry. Number 1 to 45. If you're here and you wanted to be entered in the giveaway, very quickly, because I'm going to do the random org in a moment. I'm going to do the random generator. So if you're watching this on playback and you did enter, you will see it being drawn live. And then we shall get on with the pan pastels. So you got your number 43. Yeah, I think I've given everyone a number. Okay, should we do it? All right, so it's going to be closed now. We're going to get ourselves, so we go to random, hold on, let's get the random.org. We're going to do, so it's 1 to 45. So, right, can you see? Is that nice and clear on everyone's screens? So we're going to do, remember to contact me. I'll put my email in the comments in a moment and I'll say it out loud. So you ready? So good luck, everyone. This is for the Molly Harrison, the new Halloween fantasy, which I will get out tomorrow because I've got to go to the post office tomorrow. So are we ready? We're going to generate. So we've got the number 42. Can you see that? That's the number. Hi, Joshua. So let's go back. Let's have a look who number 42 is. So our number 42. Oh, you were 1 away, Louise. 1 away. 42 was Candace. No, she was 40. Hold on, no, she wasn't. Hold on. We've got to find. Who's number 42? Let's see. Sorry. Who's number 42? Let's find. Is anyone here that's number 42? Hi, Rebecca. We've got to find it. Hold on. Let's find. Oh, this is going to be a really Let's find number 42. Sorry, everyone, I'm trying to find it. So have a sip of drink. Let's wait. So Barb, I think it was Tanya. I might have missed one. Honey Peaches. Who was? 1 second, everyone. I will find. Right. Let's find. Let's find. Has anyone got 42? Have I numbered this wrong? Hold on, because I was doing this in the car. Is anyone here that's got it? Oh my Lord, Sam, find it. I'll be here in a minute. This is should have had it written down who the numbers were, and then we would not be in this position. I'll find it, guys. If I've numbered this right, then it should be okay. I might have to redraw if I've done this wrong. Hold on, everyone. I might have done this wrong. Hold on. I'm going through every single one, so bear with me. Oh my. 1 minute, guys. Just bear with me. It's going to be like silence for a minute while I find the person. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. So it was Christy. Can you see? So Christy for, oh my God, can I say that word? Christy Fugarosu. Please forgive me for butchering your name. I am so sorry. So if you left that, you left the comment, can you get in touch with me? It is Christy. So Christy, if you email me on colour, all small case, colour and chat with Sammy at outlook.com. If you email me on that and tell me where to forward it on to, then you have won yourself the new Molly Harrison release, which is the Halloween Fantasy Colouring Book. So it's the new edition. So well done. Congratulations, Christy. I know you're not here, but when you watch this back, which you usually do, you have won that. Next month, because of the new release of the Joanna Basford World of Flowers, I'll let you into a little know now. That will be next month's giveaway in the 2nd week. So well done, Christy. Congratulations. And I hope that if you get in contact very quickly, I can get that out to you as soon as possible. So how are you all? What you all up to? What you all doing today? How is everyone? How's your working days going for those at work? I hope you're really well. And we will now finally stop me blabbing and I will get on with it. I'm so sorry that I could not find that. I was looking through all the comments there because I was trying to give everyone a number to let everyone get their numbers in, you know. So well done, Christy. I'm going to put a little sticky note on that to let myself know that you won it. So that it's there. So I'll put Christy. Hold on. Hi, Natalie. You got a nice, what, a flu jab or something, Martina? Yeah, we know you there, Miss Tilly. Okay, Christy. So you are the winner of that. So let me know as soon as possible when you watch this back, and I will get that out to you as quick as possible. So you got it in time, hopefully, for the end of the month. Okay, so we left off last time with doing the pan pastels. I have fixative sprayed this for now, and I have got it over that slightly, and it should stay. However, the Spectrafix, which is what I use, this one, is workable fixative. So although it's sprayed, It will protect the pastel. It will, however, still come off if you rub hard enough, because it is a workable fixative. And as I've demonstrated, the oh, a tetanus one. Oh, Martina, I hope you feel okay, bless you. If you rub hard enough, you can get some off. And as I've showed you, they are quite an oily feel. They aren't they're not a chalky feel, because you get asked that quite a lot. Are they chalky? How do they feel? Are they like a soft chalk pastel? No, they're completely different feeling altogether. So we did this all on the Cozy Colouring Night, which was a 3-hour stream from Saturday. Saturday was the 13th of October, so that was them. We're going to try and get this all done today in part 2. I bet it does, Martina. I bet. You rest the arm. Bless you. Hold on. Let's get the chat up. Okay, so we're going to zoom on in, and we're going to try and get as much of this done as possible. During a cat for class, it looks so simple. It's just line art. Wow, Joshua, it doesn't matter. You know, line art can be simple. It's what you do with it, and it doesn't matter. It's still creative, isn't it? Oh, you're doing better than what I do. Put it that way. I can't draw for peanuts. So you did it for Inktober. Yeah, I do that when I have injections. I do that as well, because I have to have B12, and that stings. And I get that put on my left arm as well. I really do. All right, so I think what we'll do, Tilly. Thank you. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Rosa. We're going to continue with the hair. I'm going to keep it at this distance for now, because I don't feel you need to come in any closer for the time being, because you can get a good view. Well, I can't pickle. Plan to finish the breast. Oh, yes, of course. You got the breast cancer challenge. They're doing a lot of those over on Facebook. Hi, Katrina. How are you? I know you can hear Tilly giving it her all over there. She wants to join the X Factor, I'm sure. Right, so last time on our hair, we were using the reds and a purple. So we've got the red iron oxide tint as the base. We then went in to give it a really fiery red undercoat, which was the permanent red shade. But then we went in with this maroony type colour, which is permanent red extra dark, but it's like a brownie red. Can you see that? It's quite a dark red. And then to give it a purple tone, we put in the magenta extra dark. So they were the colours that we used. And we used our tools that we were using here. And we also need a little applicator too. Oh, if you can hear me, I'm trashing the table. I am trashing the table. That's how we roll. Okay, so we're going to get these little ones that we used. I keep all the pan pastel like applicators in this little box here. Got to have some organisation going on. So we've got these little applicators, and we also need the mediums, which are the colourless blender, the white fine and coarse, and the dark fine and coarse. Hi, Suze. So if anyone sees Christy coming in at any point, if she does, would someone inform her if you see it before me? If she watches this on playback, then absolutely fine. But Christy does usually watch on playback. So I hope everyone is doing extremely good today. I've had a good day, as I've been out for a change. And you watch now, I won't have a life again for about 7 months. Okay, so then we needed some prismas. We were using a black prisma. And the black prisma just was putting in some lines and, you know, just doing a little bit. We will touch up and do a little bit more shading on this, but that's last. We want to get as much down possible of the pastel, and then we can add all our finishing touches and everything, you know, after. That's okay, Suze. You look. That's fine. As I say, life first. I appreciate you being here, but life first. Hi, Charlotte. Oh, you sexy ladies. How are you? Okay, so I'm going to have another bit of tea and then I'm going to continue. So we've got all our tools. And then with our tools, we just need to dive on in. So is that a good enough distance for you? You can see everything that I'm doing, and it's clear enough, because I don't need to be in extra this point, because you need to have a good old like view. So I'm going to roll my sleeves up because I end up getting pastels on myself, which is just typical. And then I'm going to grab, to start with, these are like the soft knives, I think they are. They're like you put the little sleeves like a little sock on the top, and they look like a little palette knife, like, you know, if you were spreading a cake, or, you know, like those spreaders or a glue spreader. But then you pop on those little socks, I call them. They're like a little sock, and they go on the top. So we're going to use our pointed like triangular one. They come in different ones for those who are wondering. They come in like an oval, they come in a pointed, and they come in flat, and they come in like a few different angled shapes. So you've got a slightly more rounded one rather than an oval one. Yeah, he's got gold teeth like a pirate. I hope. So you've got these also, I don't know if you can see that. You've got like a squared one, and you've also got more rounded ones. So there's 4 different ends that you got, and you've also got 4 of these that come with these different ends. So you've got oval, round, square, and triangular. So we are currently using the triangular one because it gets on in there on the smaller spaces. And don't forget, you need a paper tissue or a piece of kitchen roll, as we call it, paper towel, so that right, get that out, cough. So that you can like wipe off in between any excess. Don't forget, these are quite wearable, these ones, and they do wear down pretty quickly, so you have to keep changing these. But you get them in a pack, and you can get large packs of these as well from the US, which is where I got mine, and you can get a bigger pack. Yeah, there you go. The best deal was to buy the big pack. That's what I did. So I got myself some extras, and I'll just show you my little box. So I keep all these sort of like, I've got some extra of these ones because they'll go pretty quickly. And I've got a large pack. Yeah, is this the one that you're talking about? These are good because you get quite a lot in a pack, and you've got double, so 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 10 of each size and shape. So you've got the triangular, you've got the oval, the square, and the rounded, and they come in a pack, and I got that from the US. So you pay a little bit more, but you get an extra big pack of them. And as I said, they are the soft colours. My lovely, gorgeous friend, bless her, Lou, who's here, said to me, these aren't pan pastels. They are for makeup, but she uses these and said these are brilliant. Do those like sponges work? What the finger ones, they do with the other pastels. They do work. These work. So you know our little finger ones, these do work as well. So it's just about finding, but the best tools, without a doubt, are the ones that are designed for the pans, because they are absolutely brilliant. So, and you've got these little things. These are pearlescents. Our lovely Linda, beautiful lady Linda, sent me this, bless her, as a thank you, because of some parcels because Australia's shipping prices are just crazy. So she sent us the pearlescents to play with as well. So this has got pearlescent blue, violet, red, orange, yellow, and green, which was absolutely beautiful there. So thank you so much. Hiya, Yeti. So we will, without further ado, get into this rather than me just talk. Okay, so our base coat, don't worry about going over all these little bits. We're going to go over them for now, because you can erase them with an erasable battery eraser. They are very erasable, these pastels, so don't worry too much about that. You can use a hand one, but the battery one is so much quicker. So you don't need a huge amount of lay down. You just rub very, very softly, and we're just going to go down with our base to start with, and we're just going to get that color on in there. So anyone joining, a big huge hello to you, and thank you for coming on over. Today we're doing part 2 of the Jasmine Becket that we started over on Cozy Colouring Night, because quite a few people want to follow this, and instead of me doing this in my own time, it's, you know, I've got this far on camera, I might as well go the full whack. Thank you, Katrina. How are you doing? So we might as well do the full whack. Don't worry about being messy with this, because as I said, you can erase. Don't worry about going over. We can put like an alcohol marker border after if we want to, and don't worry about going over these That's what I'm going to go straight on over them because we can take it out. Hi, Catherine. Oh. So yeah, that's you know, I'll talk you through the process. So I'm doing the red iron oxide tint, which is the first lay down, and I'm putting like barely any pressure. You don't need a lot of pressure with pans. You really don't. They are so I can't. It's really hard to describe them until you use them, but they are so creamy and so versatile, so workable. I'm not trying to sell them or anything. I'm just telling you my opinion of them. They are an amazing little tool, and I am so humbled and thankful to get the opportunity to use them, because it's just, yeah, it's great. And hopefully, you know, between me and you guys, we can work this out together and, like, you know, learn. And for those that were thinking about doing it, hopefully you've picked something up from these streams and you feel confident to do so. So we'll get there. So we're just putting down a base. So that is more or less just covered. We've gone over the entire area. And as I said, we're going to erase all these other bits after. So go over the entire lot. So get that base down and don't worry and don't fuss too much about anything else. Now you're going to change your tool. So wipe off all your excess from that on your tissue. May I allow minors in your stream? Why wouldn't I mean, we don't know the age of all our subscribers. I mean, it's a colouring channel. I don't talk about much. Do the pan pastels go on your other pages in your colouring book? No, not when you fixative it. Okay, sorry for everyone watching this back because I've just been thrown off course here. So what's going on? What do I have to be wary of? Yeah, I'd rather that, because it's just thrown me off entirely. And now I feel like something unknown. What should I know about that I'm missing? I mean, this is not an adult stream, if that's what, you know, I don't talk about anything, you know. Sorry guys for everyone watching this and you're wondering why I've gone silent. Okay, so I'm going to grab this little tiny thing. Oh, right, okay. So, no, she hadn't, May. Okay, no, I hadn't been informed. Okay, so for the protection of a minor, this is just because I am not, I'm protecting, there's a reason. It's very, very young. It's under the, yeah, there is one, Robin, and it's way under the age that anyone should be on. Way under. So it's not to be rude. I don't talk about adult stuff as such, but there is an age limit. And I would appreciate, I mean, we're supposed to be a community. So if we have any suspicions of something, like if I did, I would inform someone. So thank you, May, very much for telling me. Okay. So now I'm going to continue on with the stream. I'm going to get permanent red shade, which is our next colour. Yeah. Yeah, there's an age limit. Yeah, there is. There's a disclaimer. That's right. Well, this person is way below. So that's, yeah. So thanks, May, for letting me know that. Okay. So I'm now going to get the permanent reds, as hopefully I can move on from that. Hold on. So I'm going to get the permanent red, and on the last time I just brought on down, I'm going to have to turn it slightly. Yeah, that's way under. That's way under. So we're going to get moving on with this now. Okay, so I'm bringing that in. And I'm just applying the permanent red shade. And I'm just putting a light coat because we're going with the other colours. Hi, Debs. Yeah, it's okay, Suzanne. I've had to remove. Sammy, do I know Krylon products? You use a camera workable fixative as an aerosol but dries mega fast? No. Okay, so I shall look into that. I've never heard of that one. Hold on. Let me write that one down. Because I've only got the Spectra Fix, which is actually quite wet. I wouldn't actually recommend it, but I'm trying to get to grips with it. So Krylon have Camera. Thank you very much, Joshua. I've written that down. Thank you so much. Okay, so to protect the page, I'm just putting my hand there just to stop. Okay, so I'm just bringing up some of that colour because we're going to have other colours brought in. And I'm just going to grab the permanent red shade. So we're going to go on in there. I'm okay, Debs. How are you doing? Hi, Loretta. Didn't see you there. Okay, so before we move on down to this part, I'm just reapplying. Now, don't worry about these little bits here because we're going to take the pastel out of those and we're going to go in with a pen anyway. So we're going to put some like greens and stuff in those. So I'm literally doing from the top and dragging that down. One second. I hope Barbara sees this. So, hi, Barb. She can't jump on mute again. So, because she's at work, bless her. All right, so we'll bring that in. So I'm just literally just going to apply this permanent red shade in. This is our first red colour to be laid down, and we're leaving a shine in the middle. So that's okay, Debs. I hope you had a good birthday. Hi, Barbara. I just want to leave like a shine. Sorry, that's thrown me off entirely. Okay. So I'm going to try and just compose here and just get on with this. So I'm just putting down and leaving a shine in the middle. Yeah, just like that. So it's just messy to start with and then we'll move on down. So just to start with, we're putting the first one in. It will end up looking like the other side once the other colours go down. And then again, same with this side. So we bring on those colours down and drag those colours down. So we're going to just move on down here. Hi, Mona. Did I say hello? So carry on down here. And then lift up into those areas. And I'm still leaving a bit of a shine to initially start with. Hiya, Mum, you're home now. So Mum's just left me and made her way home and joined the stream because we've been out today. And I'll show you a funny picture. I hope you're okay with that, Mum. So my mum's like alien. She believes in aliens and, you know, all the UFO programs. So we went into the store on the way home just because we needed a few like bits. And there was an alien mask, and me being me, thanks Katrina, me being me, I've got to like try and embarrass the parents because I don't go out with them often, you know how it goes. And I'm older now, so I put this mask on and I said, oh look, Mum found, this is me. So I've got the mask on. Mum found the alien, but she couldn't take the alien home. And I just embarrassed my mum in the middle of the store. So I put the alien mask on. I said, look, Mum, you found aliens. You found them. They were hiding in Tesco all along. And yes, I am in my 30s. But, you know, you got to have these fun times. Mum just looked like, oh, my God. I know. You got to embarrass the parents every now and then. No, exactly, May. I'm standing in the middle of the store with this alien mask on, like, Mum. It's like, E.T. phone home. You got to do these things. What have I missed? What happened, Deb? Let me scroll up. Oh, Debs, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully I can give you a smile, even if that just gave you a smile. Yeah, she loved me there and then. She certainly did. So we're just putting on that, just very, very, very rough to start with, because we're only putting the colour down, you know, getting the colour down. So that is just all I'm doing with that first colour. Hi, Shalene. How are you? How are you doing? Are you okay, Shalene? Because I've not seen you live for a long time. Every time I've looked, is everything okay? And then I'm going to get the permanent red extra dark like we did on this one, and we're now going to apply that. So that's our next colour. So permanent, oh my goodness me. Thank you, Katrina. So we're going to next go with a permanent red extra dark, and we're going to put that in how we did on the other side. And then we're going to continue. Just 2 seconds, everyone. 2 seconds. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so the next one, as I said, permanent red extra dark. And this one, we're going to use the same technique, and we're going to bring on that colour in there and bring that down. So drag that in. I'm doing these. So with the tip, I'm literally like, if you see, I'm bringing like you would with strokes. I'm doing that. Oh no. You can get one on in there sometime if you can, Shalene. Like do your Sunday one on a Monday or on a Tuesday night or something. I've gone to. We've all missed you. Okay, so we're bringing that in. We're just bringing the colours in how we did on the other side. So bring that on in and just keep with this pattern. And as I said, anything that we may miss, you can go back in there with pastels. So we're just keeping with this pattern. Dry colours, in which way, Pinky? So just bringing those colours down. Now the edge I'm going to keep with that dark colour. I don't want any shine there. So we'll keep dark into that corner. And we'll just continue doing that. So you might have a little bit of dust when you're doing this, but not a huge amount. They're not very chalky. So yeah, just bring that up. And then just continue to layer in. If you're doing this with me, continue to layer that in, and we will sort it out as we go along. Yeah, but Martina, I don't, you know, I don't want the drama. That's the thing. And we try and keep this as drama-free as possible, but you get the odd one slip through the net. And unfortunately, if anyone's wondering, watching this, that there was a minor in the stream under the age restrictions that I was not aware of. So for purposes of, you know, safety, parental guidance and all of that, and YouTube rules, they shouldn't be in the streams at a very, very small age, very minor age. I mean, it's, you know, yeah, no, just no. Not fair on their parents either, because it's online safety, isn't it? And I didn't know. So for, you know, saying asking if I allow a minor in my stream, I wasn't aware of it. So we'll move on from that, hopefully. Okay, so I'm just layering in. Yeah, Martina. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's super minor. Chip. So we're just putting in this and keep going. So just bring on in those strands and just keep layering this up until we've got the desired look. So we're just going in every time, just getting enough on the end of the brush to keep going in with these strands like we do, I suppose, with the pencil. So we're still with the permanent red extra dark, and we've got a nice little, you know, nice little sort of shine going on in the middle of her head as well. So we're going to continue bringing that color on down. And bring the colors to sort of where we've met that shine in the middle, and allow that to meet back up from the bottom as well. So and continue up. So what are you all working on in your free time at the moment? Well, not at the moment, but you know, when you are working, have you got several whips or just the one? So just continue this pattern. As I said, this is the way I'm doing it. We're not finished. This is not the finished final product. This is the pan pastels only. So again, with this, we're going to bring that up. And then the same with this up here, and bring those down. Oh, you're doing the back page. 1 second. Nice, I like that. Have you seen the new book comes out on Etsy on Friday of Clara Markova? If anyone didn't know, her new book is out on Friday on Etsy, but it will be available on Amazon UK and US in a further 6 to 8 weeks. Hiya, Dev. Hope you're well. You're currently well. Oh, you're still in Wee Wickeds. Not like premium. You guys have freedom. Yeah, it looks amazing, doesn't it? I quite like it. You're knitting. Oh, nice. Nice, Charlotte. I love things like that. Yeah. Yeah, May, Friday. Comes out Friday. Can't wait. It looks beautiful. It really, really does. And I know I say that about nearly every book because I genuinely admire books for what they are, but it does look amazing. Okay, so we're bringing it up. You've also got the World of Flowers coming out at the end of the month, which is the Joanna Basford, which will be our next month giveaway as well, which that would be nice. And I've got a colour along coming up in that as well. So we're going to be doing the wreath in that, and we're going to be using Prismacolors and Distress inks. So that will be a future colour along. Okay, so we've now got the permanent red extra dark laid in there to how I'm kind of wanting it to be. I might want to bring a couple more strands up, and then we're going to add some more down, and then we're going to bring some of the extra dark magenta. Okay, so wipe off those colors on your tissue so that you've got, you know, a relatively clean brush. Now you're still going to have pigment. It looks like it's still dark, yeah, it's still got some on it, look, but you can get off a good amount onto your paper tissue, and then you can move on to another color so it doesn't muddle them together. So now, as I said, we're going to move on to our magenta extra dark. The colours are on the back for anyone that wants to know, and they've also got a number. So this one's like 430.1. Martina, I haven't yet because I have to do it in sections because of my back, but I will be doing. And yeah, I love her work. So it's dark, isn't it? Dark and mysterious. Okay, so again, onto the edge, we're going to bring those colours up, and we're going to bring and drag that purple into it to darken that. You're working on your Halloween night in romantic country. Nice, Pamela. So there's quite a lot of Halloween colourings going on at the moment, obviously because of the season, which is nice for everyone, because I just love to see anything like that, because Halloween's my favourite season anyway. It's favourite time of year, favourite month, favourite decoration. I just love it all. So just bringing that dark. We want to keep the middle of her hair there so in that section there, I'm leaving the purple in. I'm also dragging that down. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same pattern, keep it on the edge and bring up those strands so that it darkens this red to a, you know, purpley red, but it also keeps a shine in the middle. And we are going to erase those. Oh, you too, Louise. Yeah, I love it. It's an amazing time of year. So after the cozy colouring night, Jen did her amazing stream with the sorry, excuse me. She did an amazing stream on the ghost stories of Long Island, and it had me looking up the ghost stories of London. And we've got quite a few. So I was reading one, I thought this might be interesting to talk about. There's one, and it's up to this day, sightings have been seen of this phantom bus. So this phantom bus is the number 7 bus, and it's in central London, and motorists have swerved to avoid this bus coming towards them. They could have sworn it was coming towards them. Witnesses had seen it. Everyone has seen this bus. Yet when they look behind, there's no bus there. So tragically, in the 1990s, someone was killed, and they lost their life from swerving. All the witnesses swore blind that I saw that bus, I saw that bus. Well, anyway, I looked it up, and they're all true accounts that people swore they saw this bus, and it's killed quite a few people. I was like, oh my. And then I was looking up the Tower of London, and there is the one about the beheading, and they hear the screams of the lady, and there's so many different ghost stories of London, and I did not know these things until I looked them up. So no, the phantom bus, number 7 bus. There's quite a few. So if you type in where you live, so London or, you know, US, wherever you are, and you type in true ghost stories of your town, you will find a whole heap of them, and they're very interesting. So they were quite interesting to sort of look up. So I'm just going back to my picture, I'm just continuing to pick up the colour on the end of my applicator, which is the small one, and I am just dragging that colour in and down in little strokes so that we've got some deep colour going on. So as you can see, it's kind of now matching the colour of the other side. We're going to make this work. We're going to make it match. So if I just wipe this area, because I've just got pastel on this side, which will bug me. They're highly pigmented, as you can see, and you don't need a heck of a lot down. So I'm going to just bring a little bit more on in there, and I'm going to also bring some more of that fiery red. So I'm going to put this now aside. That I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to move on in there back a little bit with our permanent red shade. Pickle, I find that absolutely amazing. I love things like that. That your mum's a medium. Okay, so just on the end, on the tip again, we're just going to grab some colour, and I'm just going to drag down some of that, just layer it back in, and just keep bringing that red in and down in the same motion that I've been doing this entire time. We've still got to add our details in with some pencil, but the pastel is going to do the majority of the work. And we've still got a shine in her hair. Yeah, there's lots of them, Suzanne. I was looking up. There is a ton. And coming up to Halloween, it's quite spooky to sit there and sort of read through on all these legends and all these myths. And then you also look up the true accounts. Hi, Leah. No, I am late today because I was out with my parents for well, like dinner, but we had it at lunchtime. So I was a little bit late coming on today. But I'm here because I want to finish this off. All right, so I'm going to bring that up and add some more deep red in, and then we're going to bring that black pencil and add our details. But first we've got to erase, spray, and then, you know, carry on. So just bringing on the red just to add a bit of depth. So then I might just stick the kettle back on before we move on. So we've got this colour now, so it matches. That's it. It matches back to the other side. So that is more or less the colour with the pastels without adding the black and the details, which I'm quite happy about. Now I'm just going to grab another stick for my eraser and make sure it's really, really clean. You was busy earlier today cooking dinner. Yummy. What did you cook? I've got an easy day today. I don't have to cook. Oh, no, I'm late. So I'm just going to grab another eraser, a clean one, because we've got to erase now all these little bits that we've gone over. And then we're going to start we're going to go finish the hair and finish the face before we move on down to this last section and her hand. So we're going to sort of try and get this all done today as much as possible. Hi, Victoria. How are you doing? Okay. So we're going to stick that in there. And just wiping off a little bit. So with this section here, we have got, I'm trying to try and not, so that sounds like a little fly. That is really annoying, actually. Let me go back to this little one because that's quite long. It sounds like a little fly, like a buzzy fly. I'm going to try and erase these little circles because we're going to put like the green in there. So we just try and not touch the paper. Use your hand and the tips of your fingers because you can smudge the pastel. So just try and be very careful with this part. So we're just erasing these little bits because they do come off. Look, straight away they come off just so quick. Take care, Amberly. Have a great day. Yeah, that's fine. Have a good day. So just going to try and not smudge. I have fixative the rest of it, so hopefully I should be all right. So we're just going to take out all of that. And then just all of this section, all of these little dots, let's just erase. That's the good thing about this. You can just erase all of this. And then you're going to need a little paintbrush because otherwise you're going to smudge all of the pastels everywhere. So just take all that out. All right, I'm nearly with you all. I'm just trying to do this. There we go. There we go. We're all done. Okay, so I'm just going to take out all these little rubbings and shavings and everything that we need to. I need to just wipe that all off and clean that off after. So I'm going to try and not do this so rough because otherwise you're taking the pigment from the paper. And then don't worry too much about this part, but I'm going to erase just the end. Just go around. As I said, it comes off very, very easily. So there's no worries if you go messy with it. You can always tidy it up. Okay. Yeah, it's like that, Dev. It's like a rosary bead, yeah, with little skulls. I'll go in nearer in a minute when I start adding in the details. While I'm doing the pastels, it's good to have a distance so you can see. But once I start adding the details, I'll move on in closer so you can see what I'm up to, so you don't have to guess game it. Okay. And now I'm just going to sharpen. Thanks, Katrina. Sorry, everyone, if I seem a little bit like now. Right, let's bring you down a little bit. That should be all right. Now I'm going to add in with the black pencil. I'm going to try and do this without touching the other side because I have fixative the pastel. So very lightly, I'm just going in with my black pencil. And I'm trying to keep with a pattern of going with the lines. And then I'm bringing that up. Yeah, little skulls. They're little skulls. So there's little skulls and rosary beads. So I'm just kind of keeping to add some detail, but not too much because pastels kind of do the speaking themselves. We don't. This, the whole point in this is to do it mostly and predominantly with the pastels, and then we're going to add some small details in with prismas. But for the most part, it's just going to be pastels that sort of work and see what we can do with them because they're an amazing tool and they're versatile and we're learning with them. So I'm just bringing up, there we go, just some minor details and keeping a shine to her hair. Hiya, Desiree, how are you doing? How was today? Victoria, take care, Charlotte. The sharpener I'm using is the Swordfish desk sharpener, and it's got like a turning. It's like one of those mechanical sharpeners that you used to get years ago that you know your teachers in school used to use to sharpen your pencils, and you weren't allowed to use them. Those ones. So they're great. They're great stuff. So just bringing that in before we move, what we're going to do is do these little hair beads, put some more details in her face and move on and work our way down the page. And the page we're going to finish off with all this section here. So we're going to do her clothing, that bone there and this hand. And then obviously this tiny bit of background that we've got going on. But if we get all the details done up, we'll work our way from up downwards. And that's kind of how I'm going to work this one. So we need to put some deeper colors a little bit on her face. Although I'm happy with her, I want her to be just a tad darker. And I also want to add the details in with the little skulls and the sort of, I'm going to do them like mini emeralds, rosary bead type things so that they go with her eyes and lips. It does. It sharpens to, if you see it, sharpens to a beautiful point, which is nice. I mean, that's what we want, don't we? Thing is, when my little tip, and I am so guilty of this, if you sharpen to a really heavy point, don't press down too hard because you'll just snap the tip. I do that all the time. All the time. All you hear is, and it's gone. Okay, so I'm just going to bring some hairs down and over. Okay, so I'm just literally going to bring a few, and then I might bring another one over here, and then tiny little one. There we go. I'm just adding a few wispy hairs in, and then I might bring one more over that way, and they're just my little wisps, just to sort of keep it to how I want it. Now, before I fix the top part, I can work my way down so that I don't smudge it. On her face, I just want to add a bit of deeper colour. So I'm going to grab my Prismas, and I'm just going to get the Vicky. I'm just using the Prismacolor pencils for this part. You don't need too much because the pan pastels do most of the work, but the Prismacolors are great. Yeah, just a little tiny bit. So we're going to add a little bit of nectar. I'm just going to deepen this up a little bit, and I'm going to bring in a little bit more henna. So I'll call out the numbers to you in a moment. I'm just going to grab my espresso as well, and I've got black there. So first of all, I'm just going to bring a little bit more nectar in. And nectar is PC1092, and I'm literally just going to go into these parts here and deepen up just the edges and around where her cheeks are, just to add in a little bit more depth. So I'm not going too much. I'm just doing it not as harsh as I could be, and I usually do on other pictures, but I want to just add a little bit in. I might deepen some of these colors a bit now because I'm sort of going with, you know, how I would like this to look. So if I just hold on in there a second. So if you can see so it's deep colors. So around the edging here, we're just adding in, as I said, this is the nectar to start with, and we're just going to add this in and darken this side up. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. You know, I'm learning with you all with pan pastels. These are a learning curve for me, so I'm just kind of going with by eye what I like. So I'm just keeping on in there with this colour, and then same with around the sort of eyelid here, and same with underneath the nose and her lips here. Now I'm going to get the henna, and the henna I don't want too much of. I just want to add a little bit darker over that nectar. I'm going so light, so if I do the paper test, let me grab a bit of paper. So let me get the one behind it. So the paper test is just showing you it's like that. That's how light I'm going with my layer. So it's just light enough so that I've got a bit of colour going down, but I'm not oversaturating the page. So hold on, let's put that back. It's good to keep one of these on your book so that you don't put it on there, so that you don't, like, you know, wobble all over the place with it. So I'm just putting very light layers, and adding a bit of depth into her cheeks and above her eyes. And as I said, henna is PC1031. I'm just adding a little bit more depth to her face, because you know when you go away from something and you look at it and you think, okay, I know what I want to add to this. It just gives her a bit of a darker complexion in the way of, you know, a bit more going on with her rather than flat. I didn't want a flat colour, but the pan pastels are pretty much done the majority of this. Now into the mid here, on Jasmine's girls, if you look at her work, she's got a mask in, like, between her eyes. So I'm just going to take that over a little bit, very lightly. So like I'm touching the paper very, very lightly. I'm just going to deepen that mask up and I'm barely touching, just with some nectar. So I'm barely touching, I'm doing like the lightest pressure and just continuing. They are, Dev, they're very expensive. I'm just continuing to add a little bit of depth in. See, just a little bit on her mask. And then with the, I'm going to grab, not this one, let me grab the espresso. If I can find it, hold on there. So, or maybe I have to do black. No, I'll grab sepia or sepia, however you like to say it. Hiya, Tatty. No, you've not. I've only been on an hour. I'm here for a little while yet. We're going to finish this off. I'm going to add some sepia or sepia, however you like to pronounce it. Thanks for joining. And this one is PC948. And I'm just going to very lightly lay this down into the shadows most of all. And I'm barely touching the paper again because light layers have built this up to how I'm trying, you know, the look I'm trying to achieve. And the same, I'm just going to bring up into this line, into her nose. And very, very, hi, Samantha. Oh, hi, Ray. Thank you very much. And I'm going to just, and I mean, I am barely touching. I'm just trying to deepen that little mask in the middle. And then we'll blend out the edge if we need to. That's just very, very faintly done. And then all these little parts here, I'm going with a medium pressure now. This is sepia. Just very, very medium pressure. We don't need to go like ridiculously heavy. And this light layer building is how I kind of do my skin. Everyone does it different. Hiya, Zucchini. Thank you very much. I hope you're well. So she's deepened up a bit to what I was kind of aiming for. And then we're going to do her little emeralds in her hair. So I think we're going to now get the, I think I was originally going to do it in this, you know, the fine text. We've got one called Fiji, which is like a blue-green. But I think we're going to do prismas, and we're going to go for, we don't even have to do prismas. We could do the pastels, seeing as they're out. We can try and get in with the smallest amount, a smallest applicator. So like one of these again, and we're going to go with that, I think. So I think we will go for, I want to like an emerald colour. So if we grab our sheet, we've got these greens here. If I zoom you out a little bit, you can see the full sheet then. Okay. So with the sheet, I'm looking already, I'm seeing I like the phthalo green and I like the permanent green tint. So these two here, this one and this one, and I think those two, if I do a base and just blend a little bit in, if I try and do that, they're very small. I can try and do that on some of them. So I'm going to get in with the tiny little applicators. If you bear with me, I will be back in like 2 seconds. I'm just going to put this in the bin beside me because I need a bit more space. So just bear with me. Okay, so we've got some more tissue and I've got some juice so that we've got something. Because I most definitely need some juice. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, that's it. There we go. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I was just getting some juice and a clean bit of tissue. Okay, let's move on. So as I said, I'm going to grab those two colours. So if I get the permanent green tint first, because I just want to put that down. So let's have a look. I think it might, yeah. So we got this one first, and I'm going to grab one of these little applicators again. So make sure it's as clean as possible. And then very, very lightly on the tip of the applicator, I'm just going to go in there and go into every single one very, very lightly, like literally just light as possible. It's going to be fiddly, but we'll do the bigger ones with pastels. Little ones we might have to go in with just like a little green gel pen, which is fine. So we'll get the big ones with the pastels. We'll do the little ones with gel pen, I think. So just into the tiny little, just the big ones, and the little ones we'll do with gels. So just these ones here, we'll do those. Okay, so they've got the permanent green tint, and then I'm going to get the phthalo green, I think it's called. Yeah, and that's the true to colour one. And the true to colour one is the phthalo green is 620.5. Oh, I missed. What was that? Sorry, Dev. Yes, they are. They're from the. They're all the pastel swatches. Those that I just showed. Sorry, it's because I walked away from the screen then. Yeah, they are. They're all from the pastel swatch that I did. Okay, so this is the true to colour phthalo green, and just in the edge. So be mindful of smudging. I'm just going to apply that in, and just around the edges I'm going to do that. So we can get like two colours going on. Is that clear on your screens? Okay. So it's just, you know, ever so lightly, we're just adding that in. So you can do like a two-tone with the pastels. You can go in with some shading if you want to after, but that's just adding like detail. The colour of these can do the work. And then the skulls can be the usual style, you know, the regular skull colour that we have going on. But I'm going to do that in the pencils because I can't do those in pastels. Now, these little ones here, we've got some that are just green. And then I'll get my gel pen in on the others. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they are cool. They're amazing. Oh, thank you, Nat. I'm learning. Thank you so much. Bless you. Okay, so with this now, we need a green. We need a green. So I'm now going to reach for the prism. Oh, no, I'm not going to knock you over. I'm going to keep you where you are so that you're not knocked. I'm going to grab a green Prisma. So I think I will go for... let's have a look. I need a darker green. So I think I'm just going to go for olive green, just for the darkest colour. So you don't have to add too much of this. I'm just going to add a little bit around the edge, and this will darken up that sort of emerald look and add just another little dimension into it. But not a lot, just the tiniest little bit. Just a tad. Oops, so I'm just going to have a sip of juice. Hi, Tanya. Thank you. Hi. You are, dear. You are awake. You usually always watch this on playback. Okay, so olive green is PC 911. And we're just adding a touch of that into the ones that we've coloured only. So none of the others. The others are going to be in a hybrid. You can do it in any glitter gel pen, but we need a green one. So just into the ones that we have coloured with pastels, we're just putting it around the edge. So if I bring you closer, hi Leola. So you can see it's just a little bit. And now into the other ones. If you have the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic, so we want the one that goes from this one. I've got the green Pentel one. You can use any single glitter gel pen or metallic green that you may have. You could even use your fine tech paints. Something that's glittery, glitzy, shiny, any of that, then yeah, any of those. So we're gonna just go into the ones that we have not coloured only. So the ones that we haven't already added colour to. So just into those very small amounts, and be mindful because you can smudge these very easily. So just, as I said, touch the paper with just one finger. So we're just putting them down and I'll show you the sparkle. So touch the paper very, like keep this one up off the paper and try and touch the paper with just one finger so you don't smudge. Just mindful of what you've just done, otherwise you might ruin your own work, you know. Okay, and the skulls we're going to do when we get our skull colours out. We did in the prismas, we shaded, didn't we? Okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got, yeah, they are, Desiree. Courtesy of you, bless you. Yes, they are. They're the Pentel hybrids. So I don't know if you can, if your camera will pick that up, but they are super shiny. They are super shiny. They are beautiful when the light hits them. They're crazy, amazing. They're brilliant. Okay, so for now, I'm going to leave those skulls until I get the skull colours back out for this. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's get the, which colours did I use? I used, I'm going to get the yellow ochre tint, and I'm going to get the burnt sienna shade, I think it was, wasn't it? Then we had the orange extra dark. I'm trying to recreate what we did here because we got this little bone. And then we had the black extra fine, I think it was, wasn't it? Which was this one. It's the medium set, so we need that. And then if we need any blending mediums, so we're going to get the colourless blender. We're going to try and do this so you can see it in the screen what I'm doing. And then we have I think I used the raw umber shade as well. So we've got these colours at the side. If I zoom out, you might be able to see them better. So at the side here, we have got the colourless blender, raw umber shade, burnt sienna shade, orange extra dark, yellow ochre tint, and the blending medium, which is the black fine pearl medium. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Moja. Is it Moja? So they're the shades that we've got going on. So now I'm going to put down the yellow ochre tint. Sorry if I'm not too much in chat at the moment. Hiya. I'm going to put this down to initially start with. So I'm going to put you back in there and zoom you on in there again. So the first lay down is the yellow ochre tint, and that will just be all over. We're going to use our small little applicator. And then the same into these little skulls that we've got going on in the hair. So these 4 skulls that we've got, we're going to go on in there with the yellow ochre tint. Okay, so just a little tiny one. Okay. Then I'm going to get the colour Orange Extra Dark. And with the Orange Extra Dark, I'm not going to put too much in there, but I'm going to sort of go around. Can you see that? So I'm going around the edge. Who's 9? Who do I have to delete? The thing is, guys, hope you can respect that when you're live streaming, you don't know who's coming in and out. And I don't know that until they are whatever age they are until they say. And unless I know, I'm not going to know that. So if we have any minors and I am not aware of it, then I'm sorry if anyone's offended. And if people knew about it, then, you know, if there's any other minors, then hopefully I'll remove. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not always reading chat, May, because my head's down in this. I think I'm just going to continue, just quit for today. Okay. Yeah, I think all right. Yeah, I don't always see chat. That's the thing. So if I don't know, okay. It's not that, it's just if there's an age, and obviously, you know, being parents, I'm not a parent, but if I had a child under the age of 10 years old, I would not want them in chats. So I'm not to know that. Okay. So, yeah, I miss so much. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just continue. I've got the Orange Extra Dark here. Or is it Orange Extra Dark? Yeah, Orange Extra Dark. And I'm just putting the first initial sort of colour in. I do, Pamela. They are brilliant. Okay, and then I'm going to get the raw umber shade. Yeah, you do have trolls. The trolls don't want, you know, the trolls are fine because they come and go. You can't do anything. Hold on. So raw umber shade. But yeah, I think I speak for a lot of YouTubers and a lot of streamers that we don't know the ages of people. Thank you, Tracy. These were a gift, Chrissy, and I'm pretty sure you can get them on Amazon. And I think they were from Amazon Japan, or coming from Japan. or somewhere along those lines. They were, maybe not, but they were a gift. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in a little bit. Then I'm going to get back to the yellow ochre tint. And I'm just going to put that in. So I'm just kind of keeping with those same colours that we've got in the skulls that we used last time. So if I keep along those lines with the little skulls in the hair, so if we bring that down, I'm going to grab my orange extra dark, and I'm going to sort of drop some of that in there. We're going to bring in our black fine liner for those after. So just around the edges, and then just drop in some in, just around the edges only. And then I'm going to also bring in some raw umber shade. And again, that's going to be the final, like the darkest shade around those little skulls. Yeah, they're great. They're great, Dev. And literally just around the edge. They take some practice though. They do. You know, they're a completely different medium altogether than pencils. They're like they're a learning curve. And then in those little tiny skulls, like the little mini ones. Thank you, Pickle. Thank you, Mona. Hi, Teresa. These little eye sockets, I'm gonna just shade with our black Prisma and the little nose socket, and the same with the eye on all of them. It's just like a medium pressure going out to more or less nothing. May. Oh, dearie me. Bless you. Okay, so we got black fine pearl medium now, and you don't need too much of it because this is really, really, really dark, as you can tell. You can't get darker than black, but it's dark on lay down. Thank you, Dev. Yeah, it's hard to, Desiree, because anyone can be anyone online, can't they? And this is the thing about safety as well, what I say about safety. You know, being safe online is key because you don't know who is around. And you don't know who people truly are. So you've got to be really careful. And it's a safety thing. And that means like a blanket for everything, for streamers, for people who join streams. You've got to be very, very careful. And it's impossible to know. It's such a free-for-all, the internet. You don't know these things. So it's very hard to tell. Okay, so I'm just now putting this black in, and it's literally just dabbing that on before we blend that in. So just around these edges. So as you can see, I'm just dabbing on. I've not put any blending in yet. So I've dabbed, I'm wiping. Hi, Zargo. And now I'm just going to grab some of my colourless blender. And now I'm going to work downwards. I'm not going to spread it up. So you've got to work downwards and just shadow that in, just as your shadow. So wipe off after each application, work and buff that in, just buff it in like in circular motions. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit more of my yellow ochre tint, and I'm just going to blend the edges out only. And that should be enough for me to be happy with that bone. That bone looks similar colours. Hi, Natalie. Okay, so I'm going to put those ones back. And then we're going to now pick out what we would like for her dress. Now she's got some detail. If I bring this up, she's got some detailing on her dress. And I'm thinking to go for, I don't want to do, I might do greens. Let's have a look at our sheet. So if I bring my swatch charts out, thank you, Desiree. Hopefully I'm remembering to like tell everything out loud what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm glad I did part 2 because I think people might want to follow this, so I thought it might be a good idea. Now with her top, I was thinking about doing this like a black, so with a black pencil. I won't need the pastel for that. But this bit in here, I was thinking about doing a green, like an olive green, and then gold detailing. Yeah, that's true, Teresa. So I'm thinking along the lines of doing like, I was thinking either like an olive green up here, which is Hansa yellow extra dark, and diarylize yellow, those sort of colours. Or we could go for bright yellow green, those two, which is probably more apt actually. So we might go for bright yellow green shade and bright yellow green extra dark. What do you think? I think that might be a nice one to try. So these two colours at the top here. And then I think I might go for black in between, and then these little details will be in gold. And I think that would go pretty well. Pretty well. So I'm going to put these back, and I'm going to have a sip of juice, and then I am going to is that 1 second? That one is not the right one, Sam. Let's put that back. I need them back in the right spots. So we'll go for those greens, I think, which I think might be Hansa yellow shade. Hansa yellow shade. And Hansa yellow extra dark. Thank you, Shelley. Following my hands. Oh, we've got to love animals, bless them. All right, so what we're going to do now is zoom on in, and then we'll have to, hold on, let's zoom on in. So this section here, I'm going to go first. It looks yellowy, but on lay down, this is the actual colour. So this one here is this shade here. So this is that, and then this one here is these two colours. So you can see what they looked at on extra light lay down. So you've got quite a dark and quite a mid-tone. So they're what we're going to use. So as I said, don't forget that going in between, you can't go in between all of this. It's going to be seriously such a task to try and do that. So you're better off doing it and then erasing it. So let's put this down first. And as I said, get a generous amount on your applicator. Let's get the hair off of that. And this is our first colour. So this is going to be an all over colour, all over. If there's anything that you want me to answer in between, just pop it in caps, or something to get my attention that you need to, then pop it on caps so that I can read. Okay, so we'll put that down first, and then same on these sections here. So don't worry about going over the line because you can erase that. So just put that down. Now I'm going to grab my other one. So this is the Hansa yellow extra dark, and there are numbers to these. And as I said, on the back you will see that. So 220.1. So wipe that off. Make sure you've got a relatively clean brush. Hi, Fliss. Thank you. I'm so glad that they have come out like that, because you never know, do you, when you first initially start. Okay, so now I'm just going to I'm going to do these black because I want her quite dark because it is a Halloween picture. Okay. So now I'm just adding and laying in that. So just around the edge, we're going to start shading this. So if I bring this up a bit, can you see? To start with, we're just adding our layer before we blend out. So we're going to start layering up to a point where we've got, hiya, darling. So anyone else that's come in and I've missed, a huge hello to you. Any lurkers, hello to you too. Miss Cheshire, I did the giveaway at the beginning for those, and we have Chrissy. So anyone that's come in since, thanks for being here. Okay, so we're just putting the Hansa yellow extra dark. Oh, of course, Pamela, that's fine. So we're just going to add that at the bottom as well. So just very lightly with your tools. I'm just bringing this up so you can see what I'm doing. Next month is going to be the new Joanna Bastard. That's going to be our new one. Okay, so I'm just placing that on in there. And then we'll sort of, don't worry about the going over the pattern because we're going to go over that with, I think we're going to do that in Fine Tech, or we could even do it in our Pentel hybrids actually. Forget the Fine Techs, we'll do the Pentels because we've got gold in that. Right, so we'll plonk that into where we want it. All right, so wipe that off. And then I'm going to grab back the Hansa yellow shade. Hansa yellow shade. It's spelled H-A-N-S-A. And that's just going to go back on the edge to just a touch on the end. And that will just blend out that like line that we've created with the other colour. So we're nearly there with this. We're nearly there. And then we can do all the finishing touches, all the embellishments and, you know, all that with the white pen and the dark pen. And we'll add any extra details in that we've got. Thank you, Miss Susie. How are you doing? Okay, so let's put those back for now. Hold on, everyone. Sorry about knocking the camera. Okay. So now I'm just going to grab the colourless blender and the black fine pearl medium. This is the medium set. These come in an additional set to the pan pastels. So they come, if anyone's wondering, they are separate. They come like this. Hiya, Valerio. That's okay, Fliff. They come in a little small set like this. Let me show you. And they are a blending mediums one, and you get 2 black, 2 white, and a colourless blender. So they come in a little stack like this. No, Rebecca, he doesn't. And then at the bottom, you've got a few tools. So you've got another one of the little round and square socks, I call them, to go on the little palettes. And then one small sponge to do more work with. And they come at the bottom of your mediums. Susie! I didn't realise this is your sis, Susie. How are you? I didn't realise. I'm so used to your sketch cantation art. No. There's me thinking it was someone else. How are you, girlie? Hope you're well. Okay, so I'm going to grab my, as I said, my black fine medium. I know something wrong with me, I'm sure, Susie. I'm certain of it. And my colourless blender. Okay, so with the black pearl medium, I don't want too much of this. And this is going to go just as a tiny bit of shading around the edge. So just dab, is it? You just dab. Because you're going to use your blending mediums anyway. What's the time? I'm going to have to go and put Chip's dinner on in a minute. That's okay. I honestly didn't realise it was you, Susie. Okay, and then my colourless blender. So wipe all that off. And I'm just going to blend in on the edge with that black into that other green as well. So we'll do that. And then we don't actually, I don't think we have to erase that because we have got our pen that will go directly over that. So this part, it could be skin, but I'm going to do it as a black top with like a pattern over it. And this bit in between here, can you see that? I'm going to do that, this part, as the black as well. I'm just showing you. So I'm now going to put my pan pastels away for now. We've got to do our hand. That's going to be our last thing to do. So that the hand, we're going to get skin tones on it in a minute, but we'll do that last because we're going to work this way. So this part here, I'm just going to grab the eraser and I'm just going to take out around the edge that we've got. We can always put a border around this if we please too. I can do that after. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. It's just going around the edging. Okay, so just blend out that last bit. There we go. So, oh, I've made a mark. So that's the kind of colours that we're going to go for on that. Oops, hold on. Let me zoom you out a minute. So can you see on the bigger picture what she's looking like? So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're nearly done, really. We've got her clothing, which is going to be black here. Then we're going to do her hand and that last bit of background. And then we've got a tiny bit of background there in between as well. So there is a bit of dust here, and I don't want to put my arm in it, so I'm just wiping. Oh, Barbara, what did I miss? Let me scroll up. Did I miss a question? My question to Sammy above. I'm scrolling up. Okay. Sorry, I really want to know the answer to my question. So hold on. I've missed it. Can you ask what point do you spray? I'm going to spray in a moment. I can't see it, Barbara. Can someone say, because I'm on mute, if she can retype the question, because I'm looking now. Thanks, Donna. Thank you, Valerio. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Just give me 2 seconds. One second, everyone. I didn't. Oh, thank you. Is it Reba? Yeah, I'm going to do the hand at last. Reba. Like Reba McEntire, the country singer. Oh, hi, Kiki. Yeah, I've tried to look up. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Okay, sorry, Bob. Sorry about that. I can't see it either. Right, let me just move on now. Now I'm going to take care, Mona. So if I've missed it, I do apologise. I did not see a question. It's just my eyes. Sorry about that. Thank you, Kiki. Right, so this top I'm just going to do in like a shaded black, and then I'll do her hand and the background. I'm going to spray it after. I'm going to try and not touch it. Did I miss it? Sorry, guys. If someone wants to retype it, I'm really sorry because my head's down a lot of the time and I don't get to see stuff. I look up every now and then and I try to catch stuff. So this top here is going to be black. Okay, so I'm just going to like shade out. Now I have sprayed prior to this. I sprayed the skulls. I've sprayed all her face and this part of the hair. Obviously, since I've been on stream, I've not sprayed this and I've not sprayed this bone and I've not sprayed her top. I will do that. I will do that. So I'm just going to grab my black Prisma here and I'm going to do her top. So very lightly to start with, I'm just going to get the colour started. So we're just going to go on in there with our black and do it like a bit of a grayscaling, I suppose. So we're going to go quite like medium pressure to light pressure to, you know, like a grayscaled. So I'm just going to kind of get on underneath this part here. We're going to do the detailing on the dress in a moment because it's like a dress and top. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll see it in an email. So I'm just going to get a bit of tissue so I don't. Oh, yeah. Take care, Susie. That's okay. Okay. So I'm just putting a bit of tissue down so I don't smudge or erase with my hand as I go along. And I'm just going to very lightly with your Prisma, and then we can always like blend out and do that with a blender if we need to. So I'm just sort of going from a medium pressure, especially underneath this part here. And then I'm fading this out into the edge, and the edge will be just a minor amount, not a lot. So do you see that? We're just kind of, we're going to use Barbara, am I still muted, or can you hear me now? I love using them. I like to use all my mediums when I get the opportunity. So I can see me using them much more now for sure. So it's not going to be on every single one, no, but the occasional one, definitely. So every few I'll do a pan pastel. But I'm a pencil girl, and then everything else will be like every few pictures I'll branch out, I'll do something in another medium, and that's the whole point in the mediums being there, like just have a good old practice with. No, not replacing my pencils. I'm always gonna be my pencil person, but I appreciate every medium, and this is the thing, I love them all. So you have these things, you've got to have fun with them, and the whole point is that we, you know, experiment. And every few I'll branch off, I'll do something else, then I'll come back to my pencils and then branch off, do another thing, maybe a marker one, then come back to my pencils, and that's how I'll keep doing it. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that if you've got them there, you would definitely find yourself reaching for them, and you will definitely, without fail, do a picture in them. That is, you're just getting used to them. Absolutely fine. What kinds of creates pay? Yeah, I think we all have something. Hi, CB. We've all got something that we go to. And I think like some people love their markers, some people love their pencils. I'm definitely a pencil person, but I love to use all my mediums and try and get, you know, get the gist of it all. So I'm going to get my colourless blender here, and just on the edge, I don't use a blender very often, actually very rarely, but I don't want to do, I'm going to work from the lightest area up. And then I'm just sort of blending out that edge. So we're just going up, blending out so that we haven't got like a, you know, just smooth out those pencil lines, because you will have pencil lines, it's inevitable. And it would just give that dimension look. Favourite pencil? That's a difficult one. I used to say the Polly's. Yeah, it is. It is. Hi, Michelle. Tanya. Yeah, it's definitely, mixed media is just a lot of fun. Yeah, that's it. And you can mix stuff up. I used to say the polychromos was my favourite. I would say, however, now I do love the Holbeins, but I get a real feel for all mine. It's hard to pinpoint. I love them all for all different reasons and for different papers. So I love my luminants. I use them a lot now. I love the Holbeins. I use those a lot. I love my Prismas because they're so versatile. They're an all-rounder, the Prismas. I'd say they're an all-rounder. But I love them all. And yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. They're the two main ones, aren't they? The Polys and the Prismas are the two main pencils I think we all reach for. But I think they're all on the market and they all are fantastic for so many reasons. And I must admit, I do love my luminants and the Holbeins. And I know they're an expensive pencil. I know that. But I do love using them, and they blend and they layer and they do everything that I want in a pencil. So all of them, that genuinely all of them. Okay, so we're getting that down as well. Hiya. I've been on nearly 2 hours, but I'm still here for a while until I finish this. Okay, so now I'm grabbing my blender again. And this is the Prismacolor colorless blender. You can use any blender that you have. Just make sure that you have a relatively clean one, otherwise you can get other colors mixed in. And it just gives that grayscale look. So I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of gives a grayscale look. So she's got a dark top on there. Yeah, they are amazing. You will enjoy those, Dev. Okay, and same with underneath here. I'm just going to try and protect my page. So again, just black Prisma. Nothing fancy here. We're just shading from like a dark to light, like a grayscaling, but just with your black Prisma, not any grays. So just head on in under that bone there. And then I'm sort of lessening the pressure off of my pencil. That's okay. Take care, Shalene. Have a great day. Ah, thank you, Donna. So we're just continuing on underneath this part. Oh, wicked. That was a result. That was a really good result. I bet you were over the moon. Okay, so just underneath. And then I'm going to grab my colorless blender. I'm just going to blend on in underneath there, just slightly to get those pencil lines out. Okay, and then this part underneath here, don't worry about this line. I'm not worrying about that line. I'm going to make it her top. So I'm just going to go underneath, because black will just erase over that, won't it? It'll sort of, there we go. It will take that way on out there. Okay, and then we're just going to put that black down. This is just your black Prisma the entire way. And then you see there's a sort of difference at the end. I'm so sorry. It's got to be an English stream, Camille. Ah, thank you for joining. Any from Switzerland. It's just because otherwise I don't understand, and that's not disrespectful. I respect there are people from all over the world. I just don't understand, and that's sorry. That's not, you know. Bye, Josh. Oh, nice, North Carolina. Okay. So I've done that black before I do a hand. We've done the black and it just has grayscaled it a little bit. So with these details, I am just going to grab, I'm not even going to bother erasing because there's no point. I'm going to grab the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic. Have a good day, Josh. Thank you for joining. I will eventually with the other ones, but the 6 sets are great, aren't they? They have got a huge amount. That's okay. Thank you, Ashley, for joining. Have a good day. So I'm going to now get the gold dual metallic. Thank you, Pickle. No, you're good, Cece. You're good. No, honestly, I've got no, I know people follow all over. If you say something that's not in English, I feel rude because I can't respond. And that's the only way I say, you know, just speaking English in the typing. You can speak your own language, but I won't understand it. And that's where I don't want to come across as rude because I appreciate you being here. But I'm not spoken in any other language, unfortunately. Yeah, this is one of those gorgeous ones, Loretta. So this is the gold dual metallic. These are the Pentel hybrids. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, that's the only reason I say about an English speaking stream, just because I can't speak any other language to understand, but that's not me, you know, everyone's welcome. Okay, so now I'm just going to go with this. You know these little details that we've got here? We're going to go over those. We don't need to erase because it will go over the pastels absolutely fine. So we're just going to glitz her up a bit. I know they're beautiful. They are. They're amazing pens. They are stunning. So we're just going over all of this detailing. So this might just be a minute and then we'll do a hand, the background, and any finishing touches that we've got because this will dry while I'm doing the hand. So just going over the entire lot with the gold. So this is real time, so I can't speed this bit up. I could try and speed it up by draw, but it's not going to work. So I'm just, if I show you the, they just shine and glitter. Amazing. They're on, I got these ones from Amazon US, this particular set. These were from Amazon US. So you can get them from both, but the gold is particularly bright and shimmery, which is brilliant. I mean, they have got a sparkle to them, but they're also metallic. So they've got a dual purpose. And some of them change colour, so that's why they're dual. The gold and the silver, however, do not. They are just one standard colour. But they sparkle, they shine, they glitz. All of that good, you know, when you look at it, that goodness about a pen that you want, they do it all. So we're just at the end of our detail, and then we're going to do the hand. And then we're going to do the background, add our accents that we might need to add, which is like darkening up lines with black and adding white details and highlights, and then we're done. Okay, so that is that done. That done. You use this picture of panpastels, Pentel Hybrid gel pens. Yeah, these mediums used in this rebar are the panpastels, some prismacolor pencils, and Pentel Hybrid pens. They're the 3 things that we have used. So I don't know if that will pick it up on camera, but they are quite shiny and they do sparkle, but you won't get it as glitzy on camera, but they do. They really do. So we're going to do this little hand of hers now. So we need to come back to our skin tones, which is, if I find them, I will get them. So I think we used burnt sienna tint, didn't we, last time? So we need our burnt sienna tint as our lay down. So I'm going to head on back on over to this medium here, which is our little like palette. I've got to get the panpastels. Right, they are amazing. You will enjoy them. They are also a lot, you know, with any medium you're going to need just time and practice, and we're all learning. I mean, I'm learning. I'm still on a learning curve. Okay, now I'm going to get the burnt sienna tint, and I'm going to just put, I'm going to make sure this is clean, so might need my eraser. Just make sure that my hand is like clean. It's got no other pastels on it. Okay, and then grab my brush, just mack it away onto me all over my lap. That's fine. Then I'm going to get the burnt sienna tint. Make sure that it's really like quite, you know, down there. Welcome back, Desiree. So burnt sienna tint just all over on the edge. So all over it. So it's literally a lay down. Do you know how many, if the gel pens there are? Yeah, what, in that particular pack, Nat? Yeah, I've got them in front of me, my lovely. Hold on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 8. Yeah, there's 8. There's an 8 pack. So I will tell you what the colours are in them. So in the 8 pack, make sure you've got the dual metallics. So it's violet into metallic blue, orange into metallic yellow, silver, green into metallic blue, gold, black into metallic red, pink into metallic pink, and blue into metallic green. There are, Natalie, there's a couple of others, but they're not a dual one like these. These are the dual. So these are an 8 pack and dual. There are another pack, but I don't think they're dual. They're just like shimmery. They're very shiny, but they're not dual pack. But there's just the 8 in the duals. There is another pack, but they aren't the dual metallics. So you've got to make sure they are the ones that change colour. Because there are 2 sets, but one is dual metallic, and that's the only set that does the 2 colours where it mixes from one to the next. But I recently saw there is another pack, but it's just the metallics. It's not dual. So it's just making sure that you got, you know, the right one. Okay, hold on. So just into the burnt sienna tint there. Then I need, what colour do I need, everyone? Then I need the, I'm going to go for red iron oxide, I think. Where is that? We need burnt sienna. So where's the red iron oxide? There we go. So this is true to colour. It's like a henna. Thank you, Catherine. Phoenix, they are the Pentel hybrid dual metallics that I was just mentioning. They are a dual metallic. Okay, so I'm going to get one of these small little applicators, and then I'm going to get onto my red iron oxide, and I'm just going to put a little bit down. So I'm just around the edge, very roughly applying this down. So not like my final, because this will be blended in. So I'm going around the edges and I'm placing that down. This is like when you use your henna type thing into your prismas, when you put henna into your Caucasian skin tone. Okay, so just around the edges to start with. Oh, Dove and skin scans of prisoners. I did in the beginning, but I mean, I haven't done one for a long time, Reba. See, I'm trying to fit as much as I can into these live streams. But I am, you know, we need to just do a more updated one. But I have got one. If you go right back, I've got one on skulls, and they were using Prismacolors. Yeah, I did do one. And then I'm just going to grab some burnt sienna and very lightly just like tap in. You head on back, you might be able to find it. It's one of the beginning ones, like when I first started YouTube. I've got one on skulls. Okay. Then I'm going to get the burnt sienna tint, and I'm going to just mix that in. I'm just going to literally blend that in. Can you see how I'm doing that? Oh, thank you. Very interesting. The panpastels. Oh, thank you, Reba. That means an awful lot because I'm just learning. So thank you. Okay, so we're just getting in there. They are a learning curve. They are massive learning curve. Different mediums altogether, aren't they? Okay. So I'm just putting that in. So they're kind of, as you can see, like they've got a bit of a shadow. We can get them with pencils after. So just around the edge, I'm just going to take that off because that's distracting me. Okay, then I need a little bit of a darker tint here. So I think I'm going to head on over to, which colour do I want? Hold on, let me just have a look. Burnt sienna extra dark, I think I'm going to go for. Yeah, so this will just be the darkest shadow. Yeah, just learning, Reba. Just learning. Oh, thank you, everyone. Yeah, this is my second proper time using them. Third time in playing around, second time in a full picture using. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I had to blow that off. Okay, so now I'm in raw umber extra dark, not burnt sienna extra dark, and I'm just going to shadow this up a bit. So just very lightly applying this in. Okay, so just applying in. Can you see just like ever so slightly? Oh, thank you. Yeah, just a second, like second time properly. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to now grab some of my burnt sienna tint again. I'm just literally going to blend that out a bit. So we've got some shadowing. Now, with these, now I've done the majority of my pastel. That's kind of how I want that to be. So we just got our hand sort of in the making. We're going to put those pan pastels. Ah, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Okay, put that over there. So 1 second, I'm just putting this all back. Right. Now I'm just going to get my pencils because I think we're done with the pastels now. Now it's adding in the rest of our details. So I'm going to bring her down a minute because we've got to finish off her. Just going to be like mindful. I've not sprayed this yet. I'm going to go and spray it in a minute. Okay. So now I'm going to put my little tools back. So sorry about being in the way for a minute. I'm going to get myself in the way. Get my big old arm on in there for a minute. I'm going to knock the camera in the process because that's what I do. And then I'm now going to get my pencils. Right, and I'm just going to wipe this off because I've made a heck of a mess with rubbing everywhere from the eraser. Oh, like literally everywhere. Okay. As I said, I'll make a mess. So the brand of pan pastels, they're just called pan pastels, artist pastels. They haven't, just look them up. They are pan pastels. I don't know if you can see. Hold on, we'll find one that you can see against. So Can you see that? That's what the top slids look like. Reba, you can get different sets. So Pan Pastels is the name. You can get different sets. Just have a look on Amazon. There's different sets. There's landscape. There's a sort of mandatory set. There is medium set. This is the medium set, which is your blending tools. You can get the full set, which is the large set that's got everything in. You can get a portrait set, which has got all the ones for the portraits, which are beautiful. So there's different sets that you can buy, and it's all depending on you and your budget and what you're after in order to buy them. But that is the brand. The brand is Pan Pastel. So that is what it looks like. That's their logo. And that is how it looks if you look on their logos. I haven't tried them. Thank you, Laura. Right, so now we're just going to add the final finishing touches. So to her hand, I'm going to grab Nectar Prismacolor in PC 1092. And I'm literally just going to shade on the outer edge where the shadow would be from holding the skulls, like leaning towards her. Therefore, I would imagine in my mind that the shadowing would be onto this side, and with her fingers where they are leaning against. And then I'm going to grab sepia, and I'm literally going so lightly on the paper, and that is just to add a little bit more depth onto the colouring. And it also shadows up what you might, you know, not be able to achieve fully with the pastel because it's a small area. So we're just going in there. And that is all I'm going to do on a hand. If I bring that up, you can see just against where I have put the shadowing. So then all I need to do now is bring on some peach. Not light peach, peach. And peach is PC 939, and just over that edge where you've done your shadowed lines, take out those pencil lines and blend that in. It just blends it into the hand. It just takes out pencil lines, and that, you know, that just allows more of a blend. And that is all we're going to do on that hand. Now, if we want to add any more depth, now we can. Now's our time to add the finishing touches. So therefore, I'm going to grab sepia, and I'm just going to deepen up the edge of this skull. Sepia is 948. I'm just going to go around the edging. If I want to add any like fine liner or, you know, any of that, then we're going to add that in now. So I'm just going to go around the edging with the Prisma, just adding a little bit more depth. And the same, I just want to darken up this bit around her face. So if I bring you down, I'm going to sort of bring that up. We're going to add a little bit more in. I'm almost like happy with it, not quite. Just need to add a deeper complexion to her. So we're just putting a little bit darker around the edge, and the same with her little nose here. Okay, so underneath here as well, and the same with underneath. You've got to be very mindful of not putting your arm down onto the paper because you will smudge that work unless you've sprayed it, which I would advise to spray in between. I'm just trying to be careful here. So I'm just adding in sepia, not black, and then we'll get our fine liners and stuff. So just adding a bit of depth. What book is this? Pickle. It is the Jasmine Becket Halloween. Jasmine Becket Griffith Halloween. Okay, so we're just adding a little bit more details in. We're going to grab our pens in a minute. Grab our Posca pens in a moment. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my Poscas and then we'll do the background. So we'll finish everything off, spray it background, yeah? So bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to get 2 seconds. I'm going to put that across the page to know that I'm not at the table for a second. I'm just going to put away some of, I need some space, and then I'm going to get the Posca pen, so just bear with me. Wow. Okay, let's move that. I need to move these. Sorry everyone, just bear with me. I'm just putting some bits away so that I've got some space. Otherwise I've got no space to manoeuvre. Put the pan pastels away, and then I've got some room on the table, which is what I need. Okay, because we just got to finish off touches, finishing touches, and the background, and she's done. Okay, that's brilliant. That's put away. And then we've got to put that away. Sorry about knocking the camera, folks. So move that. Let's put that there a minute so you know I'm not here still. Well, I'm here, but I'm just putting away at the same time. As you can probably hear, then I'm grabbing my boxes. I'm making a noise. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, I've got some pens now. Oh, hold on, everyone. Oops. Oops, Katrina. It was a mistake. Okay, I'm back. I'm back again. That's okay. Don't apologise. These accidents happen. I did it the other day. It's all right. You'll understand. Dev will understand. Don't worry, Katrina. It's an accident. We all do it. We've all done it. We've all done it before by accident. We've all done it. I did it the other day to poor Candy, bless her heart. I didn't realise. I was trying to time out a troll, and I clipped her by accident. I'm so sad. On a picture. Of course. Do you want me to do freckles on her? And we can give her freckles. Things to do them in like a henna or browns and not black. And do them at different like angles. Yeah, we've all done it. We've all done it. I've done it before many times by accident, and I was so sorry. But accidents happen. All right. So, thank you, Suzanne. So I'm just eating a bit of a no added sugar chocolate because I can't have normal chocolate. So, Katrina, don't feel bad. Honestly, just say to Dev, do a May. Dev, it's all right. May will cheer him up. It's fine. Right. So I've got my Poscas here. So I'm going to grab my grab my white. I need my black. Sorry about the noise. I need my black. Oh, thanks, Donna. Yeah, put the kettle on, Dev, whilst you're waiting. Put the kettle on. Oh, bless. He'll find a funny side, Katrina, don't worry. I need a red. Okay, so I've got like a dark red. I've got, and these are what I'm looking for. So I've got black, white. So this is in 1, this is in 0.7. And I've also got dark red, which is a 3 instead. So I'm literally just going to deepen up some edges here. So I'm going to grab my black. Give it a good shake actually beforehand. Oh, Barbara, it was accident. Oh, she's back on mute. Okay. So make sure you give these a good shake, but make sure the lid is firmly on, otherwise they can splatter everywhere. And I'm just going to deepen some of these lines up. So now I'm going to zoom you back in. Right, I've had a bit of juice and I've had a drop of chocolate. I needed that. So this is just black. And with her eyelashes, I have prior gone over these. So I'm just going to deepen these up a bit. So I'm going with the lines here that we had existing. I'm not adding any more. So just keep very, very carefully to the edge. This is just darkening them up a bit. Don't forget, Posca pens are acrylic. You have to have a steady hand for this. I'm going to have to turn you a little bit. I know, Zargo. Hi, Jerry. So just you've got to have a little bit of a sort of steady hand with this and make sure that you keep with a pattern. I've done it many a time, Zargo, all over the blooming place. Literally all over. So I'm just adding this in. And I'm going over those lines, and it just darkens and deepens those lines up so that you have them stand out. They stand out more because I went over them with pastels. So make sure that's dry before you move on over. So be careful with these pastels. So I've got my arm sort of up. I'm not doing it, you know, so that I'm holding the paper like that. Can you see? So just going over those lines and just reapplying what was there and not anything but, because it can get messy otherwise. So just reapplying those lashes on the edges, and then we'll go in with the black. So sort of, we weren't in with a pencil, but we can make these darker. So I'm heading on in there. Make sure that I'm being careful about it. Steady hand on this bit, because detailing can be the part that you can mess up on. I've done it many a times and I thought, Sam, why didn't you just leave it? So this is just because I went over it with pastels and I dulled them right on down. And I mean dulled them down like to a silly degree, because they were standing out, popping out, and now they're gonna just need reapplying. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going over those again, guys, and then we will do the last of the details. So just quietly putting those in. They just stand back out again. So hold on. Okay, and just going in, keep with the lines, have a steady hand. So I've been quiet for a minute. I have to concentrate, otherwise I'm going to end up getting this everywhere, which I wouldn't actually guarantee that I won't, even if I'm not talking. Okay, so that's back in there. And then we could give her some freckles actually. So that's darker now. It does make her eyes pop. It really does. And then just with the eyebrows, this is so fine. I'm doing this. Like wisps, so fine. So we've got the just very finely doing this and very, very carefully. You've got the other colours in there, the reds that we put in there anyway. So they also just give it, you know, just give it a little bit of a lift is the word I'm looking for. Then I'm just going to go down in this corner a minute. Not much, I'm just sort of going just a little bit. There we go. Now, I don't think I'm going to with that. No, I'm not going to do any more with that. Now I'm going to grab, oh, there we go. We shimmy on down. Now I'm going to grab my dark red Uniball Posca. So this is the dark red. I don't believe you can get this in any smaller nib than the 3. I'm pretty sure this was the smallest in this particular colour. So all I'm going to do with this is add a few of red lines, very, very wispy. Just bring on this over. And this will just add over those black lines. That's it. So you can leave this out if you want. I'm just adding a few in. And that just gives it a bit of an uplift. Hiya, Beth. How you doing? How are you? So we're nearly done. There we go. And we just add back. There we go. So they're just a few of the red ones. We'll add a little bit of an extra tint in there. Now, with our white, I'm just going to reapply over those sparkles because they do die down. So I'm just going to reapply over just to whiten it up a bit more because I've got pastels over it, so it's dulled it down a lot. So I'm just going over that. So just reapplying so they stand out a bit more. You got abducted by aliens, Dev. It was an accident. Did you put the kettle on in the meantime? Oh gosh. You should have run and put the kettle on while you were waiting. Oh dear, it was an accident, Dev. We knew you wouldn't take it to heart. Okay, so we've got this white Posca. I'm just going to add like some stitching around her dress. Just a bit of stitching. So I'm going to lift you up. And you can see there's a bit of stitching just on either side of her dress. Katrina, my accident. She obviously wanted you to go for the aliens. These things happen. These things happen. We've all done it. Okay, so then I am also going to add a little bit of line. Okay, so just like a cracked, you can barely see it, and that's the whole point. There's some like cracks in there in the bone like I've done on here. So like I've done there, and I've gone over with a bit of white. Can you see that? I've just added a couple of bits in that bone. And now I just got to do a little bit of background. So I'm thinking for the background to do a solid colour. I don't think we need anything snazzy. Oh, no, you know where I want to do some white? I want to do some white around these. So just around like half circles. We'll put some freckles in, I think. So with freckles, the way that I have approached freckles is to do them in the colour that matches the skin tone. So if you're doing like red hair, I'm going to do the henna. So I will show you. So we're going to add a few in. So I'm just going to turn her slightly. And like you're going to kind of do different, so you make them in different like shapes. So just little, and I need like an orange. Now I'm barely touching the paper. They're never round. They're all funny like shapes, freckles. I'm just doing like little ones around her nose. So now we need like a, I'm going to grab peach. I'm just going to dull those down a bit before we move to a different, it's like in an orange or a burnt sienna sort of tone. So you're just sort of doing in little tiny, faint. They're faint. They're not, so if you can see that, they're very faint. You don't want them too much. So you want like little faint ones. So they're in like rounded and they've got all different, they blend in with the skin tone. They don't stand out too much. So just little mini freckles. So I'm just adding with peach and with henna, and the peach ones are in all different like faint around her complexion. I don't know if you can see that. So they're like mini little freckles. So she's just got mini ones. So you blend that in a little bit. So you buff it in. Just buff it in there with your peach. So try and do it to the complexion of the skin so that they're there, but they don't stand out a huge amount. Yeah, hurry up, Deb. Okay. So yeah, that's how I just sort of do them. Yeah, Catherine, do it. Do it. It'll give you the courage. Okay, so this in the back, I think I'm just going to do a solid colour. I don't think I want to do... what do I want to... And let me think. No, I do. I'm just going to do that in black, I think. I'm just going to do a solid black because I don't think it needs to be anything else. So we're going to grab... I don't think I've got black in a thick nib. Let me check. Hold on, everyone. You see what I'm doing? I'm just looking for a black. So I've got black in this kind of like, that's humongous. I do not need a humongous one. Maybe I will just stick with, hold on, everyone. Let's grab, I don't want streaks. Let me see. Hi, Caroline. Hold on, everyone. So these are my Corolla Super Tips in here. I'm just seeing if I've got a black. No. Is that a black? Let me see if that streaks. Hold on, I'm doing this on a bit of paper first. I've just got a Corolla Super Tip a minute. That will streak, I know it will. That will drive me mad. So these are the Corolla Super Tips, and that's trying to do it without a streak. So I'm kind of thinking to do with, I'm going to spray this before I do the background in case I make it run. So that will streak, which I do not like. So I'm thinking maybe the Posca. Let me spray this and I will be back. So let me just put that there. I will be back in like 2 ticks. I'm going to pop them on the screen so you got something on your screen other than just blank. And I'm just going to spray it. But I don't want streaks, so I'm not going to be doing anything with streaks. Yeah, Fliss, that's a good idea. I'm going to grab one. Because I do not want streaks. Okay, so I've sprayed that. That's just got to fix it down. When I leave it open, that'll keep it fixed. So you just spray it in between when you've done all your pastel work, which we have done. So that just needs to dry. We'll just sit and fan it. So that's got to dry because the Spectra Fix is quite wet. It's not like some of the others that dries instant. It's very wet, so you've got to be very careful. I'm going to grab the Spectrum Noir actually. Let's grab some paper. Don't forget you need a couple of pieces of card for this alcohol marker. And you could even do a Sharpie. I might get, because Sharpies are in front of me. Hold on everyone. I've got a Sharpie in front, which I could use because they're right in front of me instead of using a Spectrum Noir, because the Spectrum Noir I want to, you know, preserve for doing like special effects and stuff. So I'm just going to grab a Sharpie, if I'm honest, because it's right in front of me. I've literally got it in front of me. Okay, so remember to put a couple of pieces of card behind. Otherwise, you're going to end up going, because this will go through. And if you don't mind going through this bit of paper, which I don't mind at all, I'm going to grab a black Sharpie, just a permanent marker Sharpie. If we need to go over it twice, then so be it. But I think we'll be all right. So I'm just going to grab a Sharpie. You can use any alcohol marker, or you can even use paint. Yeah, they don't leave streaks, Bliss. That's right. That is correct. Okay, so I've literally just got a black Sharpie, and as you said, if you do that, they don't leave any streaks. They are just a flat colour. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I do this quite carefully. I'm going to have to turn you. I'm sorry. So I'm just doing this in black. You can do this in any background that you want. I just think black will stand out because it's quite dark. So I'm just using the black Sharpie here. And like you say, alcohol marker doesn't leave streaks. Well, it shouldn't leave streaks, but if it does, we can go over a second time. No big deal. So just making sure that I've got any alcohol marker you can do this with. God, you get high off the fumes of these. These are strong. So just getting a black Sharpie here. Sorry if I'm not in chat for a minute, because I'm trying to do this so I don't streak. So I might need to go over twice when that's dry. I wanted to do a graduated background originally, but I just think, no. This could be done with paint as well, guys, if you wanted to get your acrylic black paint out. So sorry if this bit's a little bit boring for you. Hi, Francis. How are you, dear? Hope you're okay. How was work this afternoon? Okay, so we're just putting a Sharpie down now, Francis, because it's an alcohol marker and it's just easy. I can't be bothered because it's only a small background. There's no point, is there? Yeah, I'm okay. I had an afternoon out with Mum and Dad and come straight home and doing our stream there and finishing off our pan pastel picture, which I'm happy that we've done. So it needs a couple of coats, Sharpie, but it doesn't leave streaks, which is a good thing. You can always go over a couple of times if you're not happy with the result. You know, they need to dry. So just trying to carefully go around the skull. And as I said, it will go through. Alcohol marker goes through literally everything. It's got no, it's not forgiving at all. So that's fine. I don't mind because there's nothing on the back of this that I'm worried about. So I've got a couple of pieces of card. If it worried me, then I wouldn't be doing it, but it doesn't. So I'm just going over to make sure we have covered the entire area. And it's nice and well covered. So that is just, it suits black. Oh, what have I missed? Yeah, this bit. Yeah, we've got to do that bit. So this was also background. I wanted it quite dark because it's a Halloween and it's got skulls and it's our Halloween picture. So this is our little section here as well. I'm onto it. Thank you for pointing out. What other bit? What about this bit again? Is that background? I've coloured it as neck. I could do it as that. I could do it as hair if I wanted to. Yeah, this bit. This bit. I mean, I could do it as background. Should I do it as background? Let me see. If I did that as background, would that work? Do you think? Yeah, I know, Martina. I think it's hair now, looking at it. Or should we do it as background? Because the hair could go, or maybe it is hair. Ah, okay. A good thing with pastels is Martina said this to me, and it could have been neck, but I think, like you say, it will be better. Hold on, let's take this out. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to get this right. Right, hold on. That's it. Maybe we could do it as hair. Let me erase that. Thing is, it doesn't got. It's not got any strands. Hold on. Let's do this a minute. Hold on. Right, so I'm looking at it. It could be. It could be background, couldn't it? Should we look at the original? What's it called? Let's have a look. This would be easy if I go on her original painting. Let's have a look. So, Jasmine, Becket. Let's have a look at her original painting. Jasmine Becket. Oh, okay. She's got it as background. Look. So her original one, I don't know if you can see that. She's got it as background. Are you drawing the strands? Yeah. See, it could be either, couldn't it? Should we just do it as background then? I'm going to go in first with the super tip just because I'm a bit weary. Hold on. I'm going to do it black. You could do it either, couldn't you? You could do it background or hair. Oh, May, you've done this one, haven't you? I'm just going to go in first with this before I go in with the alcohol marker. Just 1 minute. Let me just like get the base down. Ah, thank you. Yeah. I suppose, like, you know, it could be anything really. It could be either or, but I'm just going to do it as background. Okay, so I've gone in with the originally I've gone in with the, there we go, because it just gives me a starting point where I don't feel like I'm going to mess up when I put the water-based marker down. Okay, so now I'm just going in with my Sharpie, but my paper is not too wet, so it won't peel. Okay, I do feel like I want to add some finishing, like embellishment touches on her. Okay, there we go. So that is how I'm going to do it then. Is that better, Martina? Bless you. She was bugging Martina last time. She was like, Sam, this is just ridiculous. Okay, so I think we're going to add a little bit of a shine on her nails. Just a little bit. So she's quite dark though, isn't she? Like she's got a dark vibe going on, which is what I was aiming for. So I know it sounds silly, just possibly I'm going to put a little bit of shine on her nose. Just a little highlight, and I'm just dabbing it in with my finger. Just gives her a little highlight. Oh, Martina, as long as you're happy now. Martina said to me last time, okay, I'm going to add a little like sparkle coming down this end onto here, and I'm also going to add just like a on her bottom like eyelashes. I'm going to add this little sort of, you don't have to do this, but I'm just trying to follow like a little pattern. Just add like little embellishments. Thank you guys. Here, yes, I'll try and do it the right way this time, and then I'm going to add a little bit underneath here and just add more of a shine. So just she's kind of shining her eyes up a bit here. Okay, make her stand out. And then let's see, I think that will be okay. Okay, so we just want to like add a shine up in her nose. There we go. And then her round here, I'm just going to give them a little bit of a makeover. Then his little gold tooth, let's add, he's got 3 gold teeth, this pirate skull. And then I think like the middle I wanted to shine, but I think I'll leave it. Okay, hi Denise. So I think I'm quite happy with how she's turned out. I don't know if I want to, let me just see something. Just kind of adding a shine there. Okay. Then I want to grab my black. Hold on. I don't want it on there. There we go. She's got like shine coming out. All right. She's done. She is done. I am happy to say that our, see, it just goes through on the back where we did that. I am happy to announce that our ossuary, the collector, is completio. Thank you, everyone. She is done and done. So let's turn the brightness down a bit so you can get the true color of her. Hold on, everyone. Let's turn this down a little bit. So this was, as you know, predominantly pans. So we come up a bit, we can see a bit more of the shading when we come closer. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy she's finally done. She didn't take long. She took 2 sit-ins. 2 sit-ins, and then we've got our skulls, and we've added a little, just little embellishments, really. And then we've got the top that we've added a little bit of, like, you know, stitching, and then her beads that we can add a glare to. Oh my goodness. I don't know if my abilities are that far, but I would give it a good go. Thank you, Pamela. Take care. So that is quite good for me in terms of timing. So we got her done. So I don't know if you can see, but we got like the little freckles are there. We've added some extra sort of like shine in her eyes just because we thought, you know, why not? So we've added all the details. The shading is not too much. We haven't done a lot with pencils at all. We've all done it really with pastels, haven't we? We've done the entire lot of pastels. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Take care, Barbara. Bye, Barbara. So, yeah, we've kind of just gone with the flow on this one and seen where we go. And we've managed it. So the skulls we did in lots of colours. This is part 2. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, everyone. I mean, it is Halloween, but, you know, it is the time to do it, isn't it? So I don't know if you can see, if I do it more that way, you can got more of an idea about where the colours were gone. So we did all of this in the pans. If you're here for the second time, take care, Pickle. If you're here for this one, we had one stream which was Cozy Colour and Night from the 13th of October, which was part 1. This is part 2. This is the finale, and this was Pan Pastels, Prismacolor pencils, and some Poscas, and some Pentel hybrids. So not in my opinion, Caroline, they're just a different learning curve. I wouldn't say they're hard, they're just different. They're actually really easy to maneuver, blend, layer. So I'd say if you like blending, layering, you know, all of it, you would have a good time with them. But they are completely different. Take care, May. Thank you so much. So anyone that's leaving now, huge thanks for coming over. I'll be back on Thursday this week, and we're going to start a new picture on Thursday. So anyone that's doing this with me, don't forget to share one over on Instagram. I'm Colour and Chat with Sammy on over there as well. So you can tag me in things so that I get to see them. Yeah, I'm going to do another Halloween, I think. I think we'll do another Halloween because it's Halloween. But we're going to do a new one, and we're going to use pencils. But yeah, we're going to do a new picture on Thursday. Hopefully Thursday I'll be around at 4, my usual time. But you'll see I usually put a notification up prior to and give you the time. So this was for today. Thank you so much. Please do. Ennis. Oh, what, in the Colouring Heaven in here? If I put this aside a minute. So I am doing this one in my free time at the moment. The Ennis, what's the name? Ennis Guerrero. Guerrero? Yeah. So this is the one that I am doing in my free time currently. There is other Ennis's in here. If you bear with me, I'll have a look. So if anyone's got this is the Colouring Heaven Halloween special. I haven't actually chosen a picture yet, so thank you, Robin. I mean, there is a couple in here. I don't want to do something too big. I mean, I'm doing this. I don't want to do something too, because we've got quite a few streams. Hi, Melissa. How are you? So I'm just looking. I mean, we could do the Season of the Witch, or I want to do something. Or that one's a bit too intricate. Or this one. Hold on, guys. Let me have a look. Let me have a look what we've got in here. I really like this one. Deb's doing this one as well. We really like that one. But I also really like the Season of the Witch. This one. So, I mean, this is very Halloween-y. Yeah, she has. She's got beautiful pictures. We could do, but I really do. I mean, I'm doing this one. I should have done, save that. But I do have to colour in my own time as well. That's beautiful. Oh, I don't know. What, you're telling me that work on the last one? Oh, that one. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. I love this one. But that's a lot of moths again. I'm doing moths. The Season of the Witch. I'm just trying to think. I need to have a plan with this. I have to see it in my head. Should we do that one then? Oh, I love them all. Number 40. I love them all. They're all amazing. I mean, I would have done that one, but I already started it. I love this one. Should we go for this one? The artist's name is Ennis, E-N-Y-S, Guerrero, G-U-E-R-E-R-R-O. And she is over on Instagram. And this is the Colouring Heaven. I'm sure you've all seen this. The Colouring Heaven Halloween special. So you've got, in the back is Ennis. And then we've got another person called Lisa Mitrokin. Is that how you say it? And these are very like Day of the Dead type things. You've got, you know, very, very Halloween-esque. It's good picks, actually. Then you've got the Selena Fenwick Fairy Dew Balls, I think they're called. And this is the spooky ones. And then you also have Molly Harrison. And this is all from like Mystic Autumn and one of her Halloween books. But I do love the back section in particular is this artist called Ennis Guerrero, and these are slightly grayscaled. Some are more simplistic and some have a lot more going on. So as you can see, a lot more detail. Again, a bit more simplistic, very simplistic in comparison to some of them. Then you've got, this is very like Day of the Dead mask type, as you can see on her face. And then you've got this, I love, but it's a lot of detail and I don't know how long that would take us because we're just going to do pencil. This I absolutely love to pieces, but again, I'm doing one with moths, so moths are going to be, yeah, no, a repetitive theme. I love this as well. This is beautiful, and this is the Season of the Witch, which is very sort of apt to this time of year. And you can tell it's really Halloween, you know, feeling, this one. So I think there is, I love them all personally. But I've got a fill page as well. So I think this might be from Thursday, because this has got the cauldron, you've got the pumpkin, you've got all of the cult things hanging off of her, like the little rabbit skull, bird skull, crystals. She's a witch, so she's got all the little cult things. You've got the windmill, you've got the crows, you've got all the potions, you've got the spell books, pumpkins, crystals, you've got a ram head, and then you've got an atmospheric background. So this is more of her, yeah, this is more fitting for me. And also I'd like to do it with like, I'll decide, but I think it may be this one, but maybe we should do one out of here then. Maybe we'll start our colour along on Thursday out of this. Don't forget, this is slightly thicker than Create Space paper if you haven't already had a Colouring Heaven. It's a bit thicker than Create Space, but it's still a printing paper. They are sometimes temperamental with certain pencils, but they do take pencils really well. So I think we'll head on to that one. So I will be back on Thursday. So those of you that have been here, we did finish our pan pastels today, and that was this one that we finished in Jasmine Becket. So I will leave that there for today. I will be back on Thursday, fingers crossed. I do the occasional Thursdays. So hopefully this Thursday I will be here, because I don't think I've got anything. I've got doctors actually. Yeah, but I think I'm back. So thank you so much everyone for joining in today. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry if anyone was offended regarding minors. I didn't know. I didn't know we had minors here. So thank you very, very much for joining me. I do hope you all have an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will speak to you, hopefully see you on Thursday. Take care, everyone. Have an amazing day. Bye.